Everyone's Curtis. Just coming at you with another video here. Recently, after that school shooting in Connecticut, I spent a lot of time debating with people about guns and whether or not they should be legalized. Thought I'd just go over a few quick facts here for people to make a couple of things clear. So, first of all, one thing I keep running into, because I'm very pro-gun, is people talking about how over in the UK they don't have problems with guns. Now, while it's true, statistically speaking, the UK has less deaths by gun, than America does, that doesn't mean they have less gun violence. Here's some quick facts for you. These statistics come straight from London here. They said that the number of crimes carried out with a handgun increased from 2,648 to 3,685, and this is just right after the gun ban went into effect. So, right after they banned guns, more people are robbed at gunpoint. Apparently, they're just nice enough not to kill them. Go figure. Now there's a couple of links here I'll show you real quick too. I'll link to all these in my video here. First thing is here, great video. Talks about how gun control is a myth, which is very true. This guy just shows you how every month, literally, they pick up hundreds of guns over in the UK, despite the fact that guns are illegal. Another thing going on here is the fact that the UK is a very violent, crime capital, as they call it. It has a very high rate of violence, higher than pretty much any other place in Europe there. Also, the UK murder rate, statistically speaking, is, while it's a lot better than the US, it's not better than some individual states per capita. That's not saying they're doing something wrong, but part of the thing is here that a lot of these states they have listed are states that have very lax gun laws. This article here makes a good example, and keep in mind these are old statistics. Points out how right to carry states fare better than most of the country. Usually they have less robberies, less murder, and whatnot. Talk about which states usually fare the best. New Hampshire, District of Columbia, Maryland. And something else that's worth pointing out, over in the UK they banned guns, and now, majority of crimes done with people who are not using guns, they're using knives. So they just switch from guns to knives. Not all that great. Last thing I just want to point out is this article brings up a good point. He talks about how some of the states with the most strict gun regulations in the world have some of the highest gun deaths. Brazil, Argentina, South Africa, low gun ownership rates, homicide rates with guns higher than the U.S. On the reverse side, and this is something people cannot answer for me, Switzerland and Israel, for instance, some of the highest gun ownership level in the world. In fact, it's actually normal for teachers to carry guns over in Israel all the time, yet their murder rate per capita, and see this link here, you're going to rely on Wikipedia, of course. United States, let's see, total firearm-related per capita, it's 10.2. Switzerland 3.84. So as you say, firearm-related deaths are much lower in Switzerland percentage-wise, even though they have a lot more guns there. I think gun ownership is something like 3 times higher there. So basically all I'm just trying to get the point across is that people are trying to say if you make guns illegal, it'll lower crime and stuff like that. That's not necessarily true. Now, there's a lot of cultural differences and whatnot, because the UK has always had less crime than the US. But I don't want people to think for a minute that if you just ban all the guns, magically over and overnight, people are going to stop getting killed. Now, I don't know why exactly the UK has less deaths by guns, but obviously, there's about 8,000 people die every year in the US by guns altogether. Now, you already have almost 4,000 people per year in the UK getting robbed at gunpoint with just handguns. So, and obviously, that's not a big improvement because people are still getting robbed and criminals can still kill them. So anyway, that's just my first little piece there that I wish to address. And I'll be making another video soon to address some more facts and statistics, outside of the UK there. So, as always, feel free to like my video, comment, give me any feedback, thoughts, or opinions. Visit my link, visit the websites, tell me what you think, and most of all, just get involved, make your voice and opinion heard. because I really like people being involved in this kind of stuff.